Hi, in this video we're going to have a look at our new app called the X-Ray Tattoo app. Now the app is available in the Google App Store and it is at the moment only available for Android devices. What you will notice is that this app is for a new art form. It's quite commonly referred to as 3D X-ray tattoos. However, neither X-ray nor 3D are the correct term for it, but it is a little bit of an unusual art form. So what we have done with this app is we've produced an app which will allow tattoo artists to design and create these new type of tattoos, which can have two separate images merged into one. And then also the app is a viewer that will allow the customer, who then goes home with their new tattoo, to be able to look at their tattoo in animation or show their friends and family their tattoo in animation. So primarily the artists that have been running with this art form have been providing a sort of X-ray type vision. So you would have a person in one view, and when you put a filter over the tattoo, you would see a different picture of the skeleton of that person, for example. But that is a very limited view of the possibilities of this kind of tattoo. And so there's a lot more possibilities. We don't want to name the ones that we've come across. We'd like people out there to utilize this tool which we've created and come up with their own solutions. So what I'm going to do now in this particular video is I'm going to help you to be able to choose what tattoo ink to use that will work in a 3D type X-ray tattoo. So you will see primarily tattoo artists to date have been using red and a sort of fairly bright blue. It's not terribly appealing in color because of the stark contrast, and it can fail easily because 90% of tattoo artists are good with using black and red, but very, very few tattoo artists are good in color packing with blue. And the main reason for that is that blue ink is extremely thick, and the particles which make up blue are large and difficult to get into the skin. So tattoo artists that walk around and say, oh, blue is easy, I can pack blue ink, have discovered a secret. And that secret is you have to stretch like crazy. So by applying a severe amount of stretch to the skin during the tattoo process, you are able to open the skin up to accept a very large blue ink particle. Whereas if you don't stretch and you type tattooing with blue ink, you will find that when it heals up, there's no blue ink in the skin at all. So hopefully that little tip will be of some value to you. But let's go ahead and have a look at just a little bit of screen work which we've done straight off of our phone, so that you can see what happens when you look through our app. And that's what this app does. It allows you to look through the phone at ink bottles to evaluate for yourself what colors would suit you best. So we're not specifying that you need to use red and cyan ink, red and blue ink, red and green ink, and it doesn't only have to have red. You could use other shades as well on the red side of the spectrum. So we would like you to experiment using our app, which has the ability for you to change the color of the filters used, so that you can be more imaginative and come up with better tattoo designs than the basic principles that are currently available. So let's have a look. And so on the screen I'm going to show you the app in looking at just plain ink bottles. Okay, so in your studio you would have different colors. You may have some of the famous brands. You might have Eternal, Intense, Fusion. There's a whole host of different ones, but whatever brands you have, by utilizing our app, you will be able to see before you begin the tattoo if it's going to work. Many hundreds of these tattoos have been attempted and been dismal failures because the artists have not had this app in order for them to test the colors out correctly before going ahead. So let's have a look. Okay, so first we're looking at a red bottle, and you'll notice that it goes from light to very dark, light to dark. Okay, on a green bottle, you'll see it goes from light to dark, light to dark. So you'll see that particular color green works very, very nicely. Okay, so dark and light, dark and light. Let's look at the blue now. It definitely looks blue when it's under the blue light, and that shouldn't be the case. So this color blue is very bad for this kind of tattoo. Let's look at the green. The green is also very green under the blue light. So again, green with this light is very bad. Okay, so we can adjust the light, but at the moment we're just using a cyan and red light, and we'll see that it's not working. So let's adjust it. So here we've opened up a color palette, and you'll be able to see that we're going to change the color palette to use green. So we've chosen red, green now. Red, green. So you'll see the green bottle goes black to very light green, black to very light green. Perfect. So this green will work perfectly with a green red. Let's look at the blue now. Okay, using green, you'll see it stays black, but it's very blue. So we change to a blue light, and we'll have red and blue, red and blue. That is no good. We do not want blue, we want it to be see-through. So you can see that this particular ink is of no value to us at all.